I have to get home.
A Milwaukee man is forced off a plane after making an emergency trip to the bathroom. That story in a moment.
But first, a few showers fell this afternoon, and there's even more wet weather on the way tonight.
Yeah, in between the breaks of sunshine right now. Chief Meteorologist Drew Burgoyne standing by in the Ready Weather Center, getting us ready for the constant changes, Drew.
Well, here's moments ago, a Bradford High School student appeared in juvenile court in Kenosha County.
He's accused of stabbing a fellow classmate at the school yesterday, leaving that student in critical condition. CBS 58's Marshana Hester is live with the newly released motive. Marshana? Tragic all the way around, Marshana. Also happening in Kenosha County, cleanup of a spill of a hazardous gas that had authorities telling folks to stay indoors for most of the day. The spill happened on US 45. CBS 58's Lindsay Brandwall joins us live with the update since our report at noon. Lindsay?
8 News.
We'll see you then, Jocelyn. Tax reform is up next on President Trump's agenda. Today, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin announced the White House's plan to reform the tax code. The proposal would cut the corporate tax rate from 35% to 15%. They're still trying to figure out how to pay for it without adding to the deficit. Still, Secretary Mnuchin is hopeful this plan could pass after meeting with House and Senate Republican leaders.
Trillions of dollars in additional revenues.
This tax plan is just an outline. The White House will present its final plans by August. Look for more on this story coming up on the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.
No more.
Today, the city of Milwaukee and people around the world are recognizing Denim Day, a day to wear denim and support survivors of sexual assault and promote awareness about stopping sexual violence. It's a reference to an infamous Italian rape case where the judge said the victim's jeans were so tight that she must have taken them off herself. These pictures are from the City of Milwaukee Health Department earlier today. Now, the insult sparked international outrage and led to this annual tradition of dressing down to promote some real conversation, including one brave survivor who spoke out today.
This is the reason why Denim Day is so important to me. I want every survivor to know that they are supported. They are not alone, and it is simply not their fault. Don't be fooled. We are out there, and we are strong.
The whole city is taking part. There's a denim display on Wisconsin Avenue, and people wearing denim are asked to share photos of themselves on social media using the hashtag DenimDayMKE. And coming up later in the show, the director of Aurora's Healing and Advocacy Services will join us in studio to talk about their efforts and new funding that will help them support survivors of sex assault.
And free rides on the bus system.
In southeastern Wisconsin, 1 in about 8 women have a premature birth. That's higher than the national average.
CBS 58 Morning News anchor Jessica Tai introduces us to a Milwaukee mother who says the March of Dimes got her through some of the most difficult days of her life.
Hey, it's shaping up to be a nice evening for at least a little bit, right, Drew?
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to see several hours of beautiful weather in the 60s and 70s. Of course, earlier on.
All right, thank you, Drew. Their children survived shaken baby syndrome. Now, 2 local mothers are hoping to stop it from ever happening again by taking the next step with the Justice Jog this Saturday in Waukesha. How you can help when we come back. We're looking ahead to the Justice Jog in Waukesha this Saturday, a way to take major steps in stopping shaken baby syndrome. Justice Jog Committee member Krista Malio joins us this afternoon along with Gretchen Sloan, Vice President of Lola's Hope, a nonprofit aimed at helping families cope and the community prevent SBS. Lola is a survivor, and her mother formed the group along with you. Unfortunately, because of what happened to your son Abe, you're part of this club.
That's right. Abe was shaken by our child care provider when he was 3 months old.
And the child care provider was prosecuted, but still your family struggled to deal with this.
Yeah, I think any family would struggle to deal with something so traumatic.
Yeah, justice didn't necessarily relieve the anxiety.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, in fact, we've documented Lola and Abe's progress now over the years. I always love having them in the studio, and I even have some photos of them, just showing how they've grown. This is Lola at that very tender stage. You can survive shaken baby syndrome. There's Abe, but the long-term impacts is what you really worry about. That was Abe at the Bowling for Babes. That was not too long ago as well. Justice Jog is new. It's a new event to shake things up. And how is Abe doing?
Abe is doing so well, meeting all of his milestones, and he'll be starting 4K in the fall.
So have there been long-term impacts, or what do the doctors say?
They say that just take it one day at a time. But right now he's doing so great. He's been discharged by speech and a lot of the other specialties. He tells people he's graduated.
Okay. But that means he's meeting the markers they would hope.
Right.
Krista, how did you get involved with this group? I know you work in the Waukesha County court system, specifically with witness and victims.
Right. So I'm a sensitive crimes counselor, and I was assigned Abe's case. So I remember Gretchen, the first time I met her and Nick, they came out and they were looking for support, and it didn't exist. So I remember Gretchen saying, we're gonna form a group of moms and we're gonna get together, and I thought, oh gosh, that's a little dangerous. So let's figure this out together. And we were able to get funding to start our own support group in Waukesha County, and it's amazing. We have people come from Milwaukee, Jefferson, Kenosha. I think we had a family from Minnesota attend, Illinois. So that's how we got connected. We were able to start a support group, and it's doing really well.
Well, the perfect forecast for Saturday, what came up with why the idea of a jog?
I know when they first started Bowling for Babes, they had said they want to do a 5K, and we've been doing things in the community. We have a couple of the other events that we do together, and I said, hey, what about a 5K? And they're like, we were actually thinking about doing that at some point, and I'm like, let's run with it, let's go. So we, I'm working with Lola's Hope, and we just made it happen.
You're literally running with it, but you need people to help. You need the money to keep the programs going. It's not just support groups, but trying to get the word out. I love when I look at the Lola's Hope website, a crying strategy.
That's right.
For dealing with crying. Why haven't we been able to nip this in the bud?
I think because there will always be stressed out care providers, and sometimes people don't look in the right places for help. They don't look for the crying plans, or maybe they haven't been educated on what to do to soothe the crying baby.
Well, the information is out there, and you can help spread the information by raising money for Lola's Hope. The Justice Jog is this Saturday at 11 in the morning at Fox River Park in Waukesha. The money will go to Lola's Hope, which helps families impacted, and I've got plenty of information already on our website at cbs58.com. And please, on behalf of Krista, Gretchen, Lola, and Abe, never, never, never shake a baby. Bill?